I'm just happy to get 3 points, mate. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I'm not getting over everything with it.
I'm happy we got 3 points finally. Finally got off the. And I'm happy we actually scored a couple goals. It wasn't just a stupid 1-0 and then we'll sit back. I still think there's probably work to be done. I don't think we've fixed everything, but I'm relatively confident. I'm like,
we found the system. I think he's managed to stumble over a system that I think will work,
which is
the 4-2-3-1. Fernandez was out on the left at the first half. He quite cleverly used Suchek just to kick Morgan Gibbs right up and down the pitch, which kind of worked in the first 50 minutes. But I don't think that will stick like that. That will change. But that 4-2-3-1 worked. And the reason why I think it will have to change is I think Somerville, not in a fortnight's time, I don't think we'll be asked to come in for a full game against Spurs have big legs in midfield as well. So I think we'll probably match them up to try and deal with that. But
do you know what
after that, I can see a front three of, to be honest with you, right now, Callum Wilson up front, Bowen and Chris Somerville. By the way, as soon as it looked like we had pace on both sides, we terrorised them.
That's going to be my thing. The main thing that we've seen the first 2 games.
Forest were bad as well. Sorry, Forest were good. You do have to just mention that.
Worst game.
That's the heaviest defeat they've had at Forest Ground, I think, in Premier League.
That was horrible. That was actually a horrible performance by Morgan Gibbs White.
Yeah, but it's what I'm saying. If you got someone in your back all the time, it's hard.
Not even when he had space. Like, I watched, then he had one ball and he's kicked it for a throw, and then he had another one to kick it for a throw.
Fernandez looks very good.
I told you he's an engine. He's an absolute engine.
We're not that predictable now. If we have pace on either side, it was like we said, when it was just Bowen and it was Wan-Bissaka on one side, it never got switched to the left. So everyone could just anticipate coming down the right.
I do think Nuno was criminally boring with his tactics as well against us yesterday. I think he trademarked what he wanted to do within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
They got the ball out to the right and they try to whip it in thinking they can't defend headers, which is fair enough. We haven't been able to, but they played Suchek in such a deep role in the first half. It was literally, when you actually watch it when we were dropping in, when Morgan Gibbs White pulled out thinking, well, I'll pull Suchek out of position, Suchek jumped in as a third centre-back.
Yeah.
And then what you were saying the other week, you've got Mavropanos, Suchek and Kilman. They're all about 6'5". You just aren't getting
They don't
the
have
header.
the pace. They don't have the pace to catch a Gyökeres or a Nakatike.
No.
But you're not, if you're
playing against Chris Wood. And the problem is Chris would either play a feet and use runs behind him, or, as I said, I think Nuno was extremely, extremely gullible with how easy he'd be able to exploit that.
And do you know what? Do you know who had a good game and we've slagged him off for ages? Mav. I think Mav had a decent game.
Yeah, well, I said that on Tuesday, sorry, he had a good game against Wolves. He has his moments.
That's the problem. He had moments.
But you have fucking problems now, by the way, because it's deadline day.
We're getting
rid of a centre-back. And I could be completely wrong with this unless we've got someone in academy, but I've counted 3 centre-backs. It's not confirmed, though. And Palace are looking at him.
No, Palace. He's rejecting Palace.
Oh.
Because he thought he was going to, we came up on thingy that because he thought he'd get...
But you watched that. You got 4 then.
That Igor's good, though. But the only problem with him is, as well, is he likes a wee...
Walker Peters had a blinder, by the way. I have to put that out there. He genuinely had a blinder.
You're going to hate this. He was better than Wan-Bissaka in that position.
Yeah, I think... I don't know. I think Wan-Bissaka, I think how good he was for us last year. I think he just looks a lot worse. I don't actually think he's had a terrible game. I just don't think he's had a lot going for, but just been silly little mistakes.
One of those, isn't it? It looked, when we played that, when we set up for that first 40 minutes, it looks like players that have been trying to play a back 5 that just doesn't suit a back 5.
Yeah.
Like when we were dropping in, we looked a bit solid. We got away with a couple of things, but I think you have to, right? When you're in that position. But we dropped in, we looked confident. When we pressed up a bit, we looked confident. When we're trying to play out, I think the first half we gave the ball away quite cheaply at times. But that was also Fernandez as well. Unfortunately, you get that sort of player in who wants to do 1-2 touch and be a floating box to box.
Yeah.
You're going to get the players that try and tap and then go around, and sometimes it ain't going to come off.
Yeah.
But then you need the counter press to come in, which I hope will happen. I do think Wan-Bissaka starts by against Spurs. That's just a given, because I think Diouf is going to be. Kudus will have his best game against us next week, in 2 weeks. But goals, well, I mean, Callum Wilson nicked a goal off Bowen as well, didn't he? A second goal.
Shot.
But
More than likely would have ended in a goal, but we'll say a shot.
Yeah.
they didn't look any love lost though. I think because I think he got a goal, so he was all right with it. I think if that's 1-0 down and that's to get a draw,
Yeah.
I think Bowen is going fucking through him. But all's fair in love and war.
The run was lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Beating 3 players on the way
It's
around.
criminal.
Oh,
It's just criminal to do that.
oh,
You just saw Paqueta move into that centre. Some of it on the left, Bowen on the right. What Wilson up front. Bit of pace, bit of creativity, and Forest back three didn't know how to deal with it.
no.
And we just looked like Bowen just looked like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
So did Somerville as well. The first time he got the ball and he sprinted at someone, they looked like they're going to shit
Yeah.
themselves. But it's not a pen. It's not a pen. It's a dive. I'll call it. I have to call it out because I call it out when it's other players. It's an absolute dive. It's the same what Downman done the other week. It isn't a penalty in Downman. It's not a pen on Chris Somerville. He moved his leg in the way of someone doing it to get a pen.
Well, I have to agree with that, but I would actually Dalman got his foot
I
stood
know.
on.
It was an Arsenal shirt, so it's fine.
Just,
What a
Well,
cool
no.
and calm penalty, by the way, by Lucas Paqueta.
no, that's in the best part. Because days before, he's away to Villa.
Yeah.
Fuck-
Hey, Romero can
fuck off
fucking
West
hold it, by
Ham.
the way. Fabrizio Romano can actually hold it. I'm sick of him. Oh, he's the godfather of transfer. He knows everything. Does he? Oh, that's good.
I mean, he didn't say he was off. He said they were in talks, which was true.
Yeah, and he might not travel up to Nottingham. And he travelled up to Nottingham, played, and scored a goal.
Yeah.
Right.
You just said you said a word there.
I said he could fucking
Might.
help. No.
You just said might not travel to Forest.
No.
It
Sorry.
wasn't like he also broke Aguerd's one and said he is definitely not travelling.
Yeah, I know that was fact, apparently. That was
I-
fact the day before.
Just like Fabrizio Romano gets it right 95% time.
He didn't.
He got that one incorrect, but slightly correct.
I was
Well,
just happy to see Paqueta being confident
Anyway,
again.
I was trying to give Paqueta credit
Yeah.
for actually saying like he's in his celebration, the fucking badge and the phone.
yeah,
and
the
it's like,
fun and the-
that's class.
yeah.
I think
But-
there's more to it than that, I think.
I mean, he didn't want to go.
No,
But
his
his agent did.
apparently. And I don't think his age. I don't think it's anything to do with wanting to leave the club. I said this to you. I think he's pondering for a new contract, so wants more money. And the best way to do that is usually make smoke
Yeah.
about transfers. Because the problem is, though, West Ham are going to give you more money until you've proved that you're not the Paqueta of last year, the Paqueta of the year before.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, well, we said that, didn't we? That we thought that the reason was because of the fact that we're trying to review whether he's worth giving another contract. Because if he was Paqueta last year, then no.
but
But
you,
he can't be another Aubameyang though, where he was absolutely dying for it, playing out of his skin. He gets it, then it was just
Oh yeah, it's just sat there.
he just
Yeah.
frittered away his talent.
yeah, I'm not getting ahead of myself. How good Palace looked. Let's settle. And also as well, I've got a really bad feeling that Potter's going to go back to form and go back three against Palace to try and match him up, which I think is a mistake.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
The problem is Mateta is a good centre forward and he ain't as manageable as Chris Wood. I'm not saying
Yeah.
Chris Wood's an easy person to defend against, but Mateta's saying different. He can run at you, he can barge you over, he can jump, he does fucking everything.
Yeah.
I just think that's a totally different. And you've got Ismail Assar, you've got problems in that Palace team that you deal with, and I don't think he's going to trust that back three, that back four.
Only benefit he's going forwards against now that Gay's gone. It's going to be interesting to see how their back arm matches up now.
Diouf as well. Sorry, shout out to Diouf. Unbelievable, by the way, yet again. So
He does. He looks really good.
there are bones of a very good West Ham team there, in my opinion.
Like you've kind of had that for a wee while though. You've
Yeah.
got bones of a good team that just sometimes just didn't have the spirit
The
to
problem
go
is
and get the win.
you've had Somerville injured, then you had Paqueta off form because of the FA stuff, and you had Falkirk injured. I said this to you, didn't I? That last 15 minutes was a callback to that Villa game in the first half against the FA Cup. That's probably the best half of football you've seen Potter's team play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fun enough, Somerville was playing, Falkirk was fit, Bowen was fit. You had basically the team that was out yesterday, by
Yeah.
Fernandez.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's any surprise that it worked.
Yeah.
No, I agree. But I'm the same as you. I'm not getting too carried away, but I'm a lot more positive going to Palace now.
With Spurs first.
I mean, I called you delusional when I watched your preview, and I stick by it. If Forest was actually I playing like they know they can, I don't think he would have had to.
That also brings back though, they were poor,
Mm.
but I do genuinely think part of that is Nuno just being so fucking gullible.
True, but I mean, they had a few times they were on the edge of your box and shot in
Oh, God, yeah.
players,
Yeah.
which they would never have done.
Man's had a good
last
game, by the way.
weeks.
Yeah.
And Man said an half decent game.